Okay, so I thought, let's be different. Let's watch the live action one first and see what I think of it. Okay, live action. What I do like about 3D is the process of putting in a disc and putting on glasses acts as a kind of theater. Once you're in, you generally stop playing on your phone, you don't check websites. The glasses have a way of keeping you focused. It helps do what movies should do, which is take you out of the world, whether you like it or not. Having said that, if this wasn't in 3D, and if I didn't go to the trouble of buying a disc to specifically see this, I don't think I would have kept watching past the 30-minute mark. I know this is based on a classic. I just didn't see classic here. But why? Now, I'm saying this before I watched the original, so I can't compare them yet. And it may be very well be that I don't like the original either. And this is just not a movie for me. And I guess we'll find out when I get there. But before I do, here are my thoughts on this live action version. Emma Watson, who plays, I guess her name is Belle. The character the townsfolk seemed to be describing and singing about was not her. She wasn't odd or strange in the slightest way. She was the opposite of odd. Ordinary, uncomfortable, and awkward. They tried to infer that reading books was evidence of her specialness, but if that's the measure of oddness, then it doesn't show well at all. And this being a movie, if you can't show it, it's not really there. And also, I've also heard it's a myth that peasants couldn't read. Apparently, in medieval times, they could read the local language fine, but if you didn't know the church's Latin, well, that was considered illiterate. Maybe they're smarter than us. If you couldn't speak multiple languages, they considered that stupid. World's devolving, not evolving. All right, back to Emma. At one point in her 20s, Emma was detained at a New York airport because they thought she was an unaccompanied minor. Now, I say that not to relate a funny story, but to enforce my opinion that part of the issue here is they do nothing to make her look older. She, in fact, looks very young. She looks almost kid young. I can't help but feel if they were committed to using Emma Watson for this role, they should have also cast young-looking men to surround her, a Tobey Maguire or that guy who played Frodo. So this is supposed to be a story of young love, but you have 30-somethings courting a young teenager. It's weird. The Gaston character, I don't know, I guess he's supposed to be comical. I wonder if he was somehow charming in the original. This guy seemed like an almost sadistic bully who gets off on seeing people, especially women, tortured. I found him scary, like horror movie scary. And speaking of scary, we later go to this haunted house where there are these people trapped in various housewares, clocks, teapots, candlesticks. They sing and dance, so I guess it's supposed to be charming or cute, but the look of them was horrific. It was something like out of House of Wax with people trapped alive inside. And they're so inanimate and stiff and expressionless. Every time they spoke, it felt like death was reaching out. Oh, those teapot eyes staring out at me still make me shudder. Also, there was this father, played by the usually terrific Kevin Kline. He's kind of an aloof tinkerer, but actually too aloof. He seemed to have no chemistry with Emma. He seemed to interact with her with a kind of bemusement rather than any semblance of affection. Just didn't work. Now, it's nice looking 3D. There are many good shots. The town is lovely. There's some nice snow and wolves in the hills. The castle is particularly interesting in that it has some great shots that the 3D really helped emphasize. The castle is a scary and dangerous place with death a step away. But that danger really actually plays no role in the movie. You have to then ask yourself, why bother creating those shots? The beast himself looks menacing, but rarely seems interested in what's going on. Like he's a sulky actor who's creating a contractual obligation. But he's animated. Why would you animate someone that way? And there's a couple of song and dance moments that throw things out to the screen. So it knows it's a 3D movie. But again, they happen in this dimly lit castle to inspire romance and an awkward girl who looks like she could be the beast's daughter. It's creepy. I'm guessing either they did not use any of the original music or they somehow managed to take the life right out of it. I did not remember anything I heard, and again, it didn't feel classic at all to me. At about the 90-minute mark, and for the rest of the movie, I just kept feeling like it was time to wrap it up. Every scene felt consistently too long and seemed to be just dishing out too much information and going into details and stuff I just didn't care about. And actually, watching this movie was an altogether cold and unpleasant experience. And I'm not even looking forward to watching the original, so I sure hope I'm in for a surprise. But I think I'm going to give it a day and come back and then see what I discover in the original.